In this video, I'm going to explain power of integers and division of integers. And we have studied the first part of powers of integers. Is easy for us because we already studied this one with natural numbers. Here 3 multiplied by itself 4 times, so instead of this expression we are writing short form 3 to the power of 4, and the 4 is called exponent, or you may name as power, and the 3 is called base of the number. And we already studied this part. If I solve some exercises, the rest of them I can solve in the class. So the others, they are going to be class work. But here 7 to the power of 3, when I say it's equal to 7 to the power of 3 is equal to 3 times and 3, pardon, I made a mistake, 7 times 7 times 7, it's going to be 7 times 7 times 7, it's going to be, and 7 times 7 times 7 is 49, 49 times 7, it's going to be equal to 343. This is the A1, or the B1 is equal to 9 to the power of 2, which means 9 to the power of 2, it's equal to 9 times 9, which is equal to 9 squared, and it is equal to 81. It's going to be. The others, as I said, the classwork, it's going to be for us. For even and odd powers of negative integer, actually this part is more important than the previous page, and we are learning the subject because of this one. For the power we don't have any change for the positive integers, but for the negative, if the power is even, we have positive result. If the power is odd, we have negative result. Here I'm going to explain like this. For the exercise A, minus 2 to the power of 5. The power is odd number, which is negative integer and odd power. Sorry, negative integer and odd power. And if the power is odd, the result it's going to be negative. So I'm going to get this one out, and the result it must be negative. I know that 2 to the power of 5 it's equal to 2 to the power of 5 it's equal to 32. So the result it's equal to minus 32 it's going to be. For the B1, minus 6 to the power of 2, which is minus 6 times minus 6. So the number is multiplied by itself 2 times. That's why the result it must be positive also. But we know that when the power is even, it's going to be positive. So the result it's going to be plus 6 to the power of 2, which is equal to 6 squared is equal to 36. It must be. Here for minus 4, minus 2 to the power of 7 and minus 5 to the power of 4, these are going to be exercise for us. Only here the a to the power of 0 is a second rule it is given. Actually the third rule here, 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth rule here. And 5 to the power of 0. The F1 is also important. 5 to the power of 0, integers to the power of 0, it's going to be equal to 1 except 0. We learned also this one. And minus 1 to the power of 0 also it's equal to 1, or minus 5 to the power of 0 is also equal to 1. We need to remember this one. Okay, now powers of 10 here. If the power 0, the result is equal to 1. If the power is 1, you are adding the number of the power zeros to the end. Firstly, here the power is 1, so there's only 1 0. If the power is 2, there are 2 zeros here, and if the power is 3, there are 3 zeros here, and we are calculating like that. And for the negative one, for the negative powers of 10, we are going to check first the power. If the power is odd, the number is negative. If the power is even, the the result is positive. 10 to the power of minus 10 to the power of 3, the power is odd, so the result is negative. Minus 10 to the power of 4, the power is even number, so the result is going to be plus here. Division in Z, it's going to be similar to multiplication. Before dividing the terms, we are going to divide the signs, and the sign may be here division, but it's same with the multiplication. If you remember, plus times plus, it was equal to plus, or plus times minus, it was equal to minus, and the plus over plus, it's going to be plus like this one, or plus over minus, the result is going to be minus, like in multiplication in integers. So before dividing the numbers, firstly we are going to divide the signs, then we are going to do our operation. Okay, 8 over 2 is our first exercise. 8 divided by 2, it's going to be equal to 4, and both signs are plus, that's why the result is going to be plus. The second one is minus 25 over 5, which is equal to minus 5, because minus over plus, here this is the fourth one here, minus over plus is going to be equal to minus, that's why it's equal to minus. The C1 is 36 over minus 3. The sign of 36, we know that it's equal to plus, and here it's plus, and 36 over 3, it's going to be equal to, firstly, we know that one, the sign is minus, 36 over 3 only, it's going to be 12. The last one is minus 35 over minus 5, minus 35 over minus 5. The signs are same, and minus, the result is going to be plus. So the answer is plus 7 going to be. But when there is a plus sign in front of the number, if it is not written, that's why the answer is only 7 going to be. This is the last part about the division. Here there are some rules about the division, and here the first rule, when you divide integer by itself, it's going to be 1. If you try positive number like 7 over 7, the result is going to be 1, or minus 2 over minus 2, when the signs are same, if you remember, minus and minus, the result is going to be plus, and the 2 over 2, it's equal to 1. So the result is again 1. When you divide the integer by itself, the result is going to be 1. This is for the first one example. I can give as an example for the first one. And for the second one here, when you divide the integer by 1, the result is going to be integers. So here I'm going to use the 7 again. 7 over 1 is equal to 7, or minus 2 over 1, it's going to be equal to minus 2. And the last one, when you divide the integer 0 by integer, the result is 0. But if you try to divide the integer by 0, it is undefined. And this is the last property. Actually, this is definition here. You cannot divide the number. 0 over the C1, 0 over 2 is equal to 0. 0 over minus 3 is equal to 0. But when you try to divide 2 by 0, then the result undefined it's going to be.